Hello friends, welcome to PerfMatrix, the core performance testing YouTube channel. Continue with the performance engineering video series. In this video, I will describe why it is important to have an understanding of applications architecture to a performance engineer. This video is purely for a performance engineer. Hence, I will cover only those points which are really required from performance engineering perspective. So, let's start the video. I want to start this video with the introductory part of the software application architecture. Instead of that, first I will explain the reason why as a performance engineer you must have the understanding of an application architecture. As discussed in the last video, the task of a performance engineer starts at the planning phase of SDLC, and the reason behind this approach are: the first reason is a performance engineer should know what are all the components are there in the software system. A performance engineer must have the list of all the components which will be actively or passively participating in the normal functioning of a software application, so that he can calculate the criticality of each component on the basis of availability, responsiveness, load bearing capacity and recovery time. Many times third-party components are integrated with the core components. In that case, a performance engineer must ensure the performance of the third-party application, because its performance contributes to the overall performance of the system. The second reason is a performance engineer should know the core and critical business processes of the entire architecture. Now the question is why? So let's try to understand with an example. Consider a small banking software system which has 5 components: 2 web servers, 3 app servers and 2 DB servers. The app servers are dedicated to the different banking services. Like, one is dedicated to the core banking, second one is dedicated to the insurance department, and the third one is dedicated to the internal management of the banking employees. Likewise, the most critical component are web server W1, app servers A1 and A2, and DB D1, because these components directly respond to the core banking customer request, and least priority can be given to the banking internal management system. Hence, it is important for a performance engineer to identify the core component for better performance testing strategy. The third reason is how these components are integrated. Some of the systems have a very complex structure and have one-to-one and one-to-many relationship, or you can also call it as dependency. So, it is must to get the understanding of the mapping of the components. Let's say a component has one-to-many dependency, and if it got failed, then it may down the whole system. The next reason is a performance engineer should know how to integrated component will communicate internally. The optimum and effective communication reduces the overall response time of the system. Let's consider the previous example of core banking. Assume a customer wants to get the account statement of his investment which he did in the last 6 years. The statement should have credit and debit entries, insurance, investment in share market, investment in mutual funds, fixed deposit, public provident funds, etc. Now, if there are separate DB queries for each segment to fetch the details, then there would be more communication between app and DB server, and it will increase the overall response to generate the bank statement. Instead of that, if DBA writes optimized query by merging the queries of same segment, then it will reduce the response time significantly. The next reason is related to the technology. A performance engineer should know the technology used in developing the application, like whether it is a normal web-based application which is being developed in Java, .NET, etc., or it is an SOA architecture, or system has hybrid technology architecture. In most of the software system, hybrid technology is used, like front end is developed in Java, middleware could be a service oriented architecture, and back end is Oracle database. The knowledge of the technology helps to design an accurate performance testing strategy and makes the whole system perfect. Next is level of software system optimization. This point is more oriented towards giving inputs by a performance engineer on architecture rather than taking the knowledge of it. A performance engineer expert, or you can also call as performance architect, works to optimize the system without impacting its efficiency and desired output. Mainly software system optimization is applicable to the legacy system where multiple old components are replaced by a single latest and fast component. In my career, I remember once I got a banking project in which I need to replace the existing components by an automated decision engine framework that works for loan request. In the legacy system, a group of multiple components communicate with each other and then provide the output based on the available information about that person. My team replaced those old legacy systems with the latest AI-driven decision framework engine, which results faster in the loan process. After having a good understanding of architecture, a performance engineer can identify all the critical business flows and the components which are really required intense performance testing before going live. It will reduce the chance of failure of the software system due to heavy load or any unusual cause. Nowadays, MNCs do not want to take the risk of losing their customer and loss in revenue. Hence, they insist to closely monitor the production software system using profiling tools like Dynatrace, AppDynamics, etc. A performance engineer gets an overall understanding of the whole business process and identify which components or subsystem really require close monitoring in the production. It also includes ZDT system, that is zero downtime system. Understanding of software architecture also helps to design the accurate performance testing approach. During this design phase, a performance engineer also decides which are the correct and appropriate tools for performance testing and monitoring. And the last reason is a performance architect can provide the inputs to optimize the design of the architecture and can help to make the system responsive and scalable as per the future requirement. And this is possible only when he understood this software architecture correctly. So these are the reasons. Now we will understand what exactly application or system architecture mean. The software application architecture is the representation of software components and shows the relationship between them. It depicts the system's organization or structure and provides an explanation of how it behaves. It is a blueprint of an organization's or company's software system, which represents the collection of components that accomplish a specific function or set of functions. In simple words, we can say that software architecture provides a steady foundation on which software can be built. There are multiple high-level architecture patterns and principles used in the modern systems. These are often referred as architectural styles. The architecture of a software system is rarely limited to a single architectural style. Instead of that, a combination of styles often makes a complete system. The different types of application architectures are layered architecture, client-server architecture, master-slave architecture, pipe filter architecture, broker architecture, peer-to-peer architecture, event bus architecture, model view controller architecture, blackboard architecture, and interpreter architecture. That's all in this introductory video of software application architecture. In the next video, I will provide detailed information on layered architecture and what should you know about layered architecture as a performance engineer. So, till that, stay connected with PerfMatrix, the core performance testing YouTube channel.